Hey, it's Amy from Seraphic Crested Geckos, and the good people over at Lugarti sent me some of their gecko diet for me to try out for my collection. So I'm going to give my honest opinion of how the geckos liked it, how it mixes up, and also whether or not it would be good for me or you. So check out my video. Okay, today we're going to do a comparison in this diet, Lugarti and Pangea, as far as thickness and mixing. I'm just going to do small ones in shot glasses, see how it goes, and then we'll do a taste test. This is a 0.5 ounce cup. If I can get my fingers there. They're about the same. Not exact, but. Okay, next is the water. So we're going to do one. So this ratio would be half to half, right? And then we're going to mix it up. So that's with 1.5 ounce. I would do another one. Now here is the Lugarti. Okay, not as thick. And it was 1:1, just like the Pangea, but not as thick. So even this for me would be a little thin, to be honest. I would have to probably throw another half like a 0.25 ounce in there to make it the thickness that the Pangea is already at. Like that's a little too thick. And this was 0.5 to 0.5. See, I would have to add another, at least a half a. Let me see what it looks like at a half a. Okay, so we're going to do like a half of one of these. See, that's about half. Right? Yeah. So now it's about the same thickness as the Lugarti at. See, now it's about the same thickness. See, and see how that's not really going to work for me as a breeder, because the same thickness and I get more. So we will see if the geckos like it. So I'm going to actually let this sit for a couple minutes and come back and take a look at the thickness again. Because sometimes, like with Pangea, you have to let it sit for a little bit to get the full thickness. So we'll leave it alone for a while and come back to it. Okay, so I came back after letting it sit here for a while and it's still pretty thin. So I was looking over the video and I thought maybe I didn't put as much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit more in here. Like maybe this much. Honestly, that's a little too much. Because I think the one little corner might have had a little less. So we're just going to add like that much more. Stir it up, see what it looks like. To be honest, it's still not really much thicker. It's a little bit better, but so we're gonna let it sit here again and let it just sit together and help dissolve. And so let's take a look at that Pangea again. Pangea, much thicker. And I know for sure I put a full one with this one and it wasn't heaping. But I mean honestly, as a breeder, I mean it makes a lot more. You see what I'm saying? So maybe if I was like hobbyist that had like a couple geckos, like it might be good just because it has dubias in it. So, and maybe your gecko doesn't like eating dubia. It might be worth it to like a person that has 1 or 2 geckos versus somebody that has I plead the fifth, 100 or so. It's just I don't think it's going to work for me. But again, let's do a taste test and I will try it out with one of my most vigorous eaters and see what he has to say. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, so after sitting, it's still just thin. So I'm going to put a little bit in the bottom here and see what my gecko thinks of it. So check it out. Still a bit thin. Now, I would either add more of this diet to make it thicker. I don't know. I think it'd be fine. We'll see what he says. Hey, so you can see that the geckos did have a really good feeding response off of it. So if you're looking for a diet that is a little on the thinner side, and say maybe you live in an area that you can't have dubia roaches, this would be a great diet for you. But for me, I think I have to stick with Pangea because cost effectiveness, it makes more because it's thicker. But like I said, the feeding response is really well. So I would probably keep it for my day geckos because it is on the thinner side. Or maybe for the geckos that aren't liking bugs, because I live where you can have bugs and I feed mine dubia roaches all the time. So it's not a big thing for me. So make sure you like, follow, and share, and let me know how it worked out for you. Thank you. Have a great day.